So what I wanted to do in today's video is just talk about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare's campaign, some zombies, and multiplayer, and make a comprehensive review just from the average consumer, someone who has played Call of Duty, someone who would buy into the series and just keep on continuing the series. Now, there's no debate that a lot of people would prefer Battlefield 1, but Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is still a game, and it's still fun to play, and it comes with Modern Warfare Remastered. That would be the more expensive version you would have to buy to get that. Either way, if you bought into it or you're thinking about it, let me tell you my thoughts and opinions on this game. The footage in the background will be mostly multiplayer just due to the simple fact that I didn't really record up segments of the campaign or zombies that much. So, what did I think about the campaign? First and foremost, the campaign has an agenda, very strong agenda on telling you that you need to make sacrifices to win. Now, this is supposedly something that is a very big thing within the military, but I personally can't kind of agree with it. I don't understand this principle. I understand the fact that as a commander, you must make sacrifices to attain victory. You must send people to their death, and I get that. I understand that, and as a soldier, I understood that if I had to die for the mission, it was going to happen. However, having said that, there's a principle known as no man left behind. There's a principle known as one team, one fight, and together, we're stronger than separate. So again, I don't really understand the whole focus of this, and I feel like Call of Duty is pandering to an emotional base. It is trying to get the easiest emotional points that it can get out of you with the most minimalistic effort possible. You put yourself in a scenario where your friends are dying, and then you feel bad because of it. Now, most of these soldiers you get to know. I would probably say you would get to know the lieutenant you work with and the robot the most, maybe the staff sergeant that you work with, but spoiler alert, they all die. They just all die. Everyone dies in the game, and at the end you get to play their tapes and you get to listen to their last dying requests, and yeah, this panders to an emotional chord in people, and I don't really like that because there's a lot of missed opportunities within the game. There's a lot of close calls, and while it does show something extremely human that most Call of Duties do not, I don't know. I feel like it's cheap pandering. The controls, the visuals, everything is great in the game, especially the visuals. Even though a lot of people said it looked bad, the visuals are quite striking. And for the gameplay aspect of it, it switches up and breaks the monotony by allowing you to fly around a jet in space. Do you guys remember those scenes and portions of Halo Reach where you get to fly around spaceship and go into space combat? That was pretty sweet, but short-lived. In this game, there are optional missions that allow you to do more of that. There are missions to board carrier ships and destroy the ships, and then there's a hybrid of both of them where you're doing one and then the other, or one and then the other, and it's just mixed together. The intro of the campaign is rather slow. I absolutely cannot stand how slow it is, but when you actually get to command the ship and you get to do what you need to do, I think it's where Call of Duty Infinite Warfare excels. I would definitely play the campaign over again just for the simple fact that I could play space combat and have a lot of fun with it. I think you'll enjoy it. They really should have called it Top Gun Infinite Warfare or Infinite Warfare Top Gun Edition, because you're really spending half the game in a spaceship. As for the multiplayer, there's not much to say other than the fact that if you've played Black Ops 3, you'll probably enjoy Infinite Warfare a lot. I know a lot of people say they prefer Black Ops 3, but I have yet to find someone who's played Black Ops 3 and says they absolutely hate Infinite Warfare because it's almost identical to a T. Yeah, the weapons are different. Yeah, the systems are just slightly different. There's still gambling. There's still COD points, microtransactions, and that bullshit, but it's done severely much better, I think. And you can customize weapons, you can get skins, you can get calling cards, all of that good stuff. The only thing that's really strange to me is that the emblems are extremely lacking. You know, the emblem next to your calling card, for whatever reason, there's really not a lot of those in this game. I'm not sure why. So, multiplayer is pretty good. There's still people who like to camp, lay down on the floor, and sometimes they'll get into positions that are extremely hard to actually get them, especially if you're playing alone, so that's kind of shitty, but that comes with all multiplayer FPS games. The weapons, the only bad weapon I have found in this game is to be the sniper rifles. They're garbage. You can't use them. I mean, when I say that, I really mean it. They are horrible. You would have a way better chance of using submachine gun, assault rifle, or hell, even the pistols have been fine-tuned to work a lot better. You can use sniper rifles. You can get kills with them, but every single time I've seen someone using them, or I've been using them, I have yet to see them make great plays or be able to get the kills that they would be able to get with another weapon. Hence, I don't think they're that good. If you can master the art of the slide shotgun or just using shotguns in general, you'll probably have a really fun time because Call of Duty is all about momentum. Similar to Doom, the Doom that was released this year, where you're constantly moving, if you can do the same thing, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare's multiplayer, regardless to if you're using a shotgun or a submachine gun, you're going to get those kills and have a lot of fun. In this one, there's not really a lot of stuff that will increase your stopping power. There's no perks that just give you more powerful weapons and things like that. There are things that you can put on your guns. There are things that will enhance your weapon's power, but it's not a perk that goes across the board. Most of the perks are centered for movement, centered for hiding your presence, and allowing you to continuously get kills. Much like Destiny, in the regard of building up a super and using a superpower to instantly kill anyone, you get these super abilities for each different combat rig that you can select. There are various combat rigs that give you these different superpowers, and that's the only difference between them besides their passive abilities, which would be another set of perks. You get a lot of perks in this game. They all stack up and they all help out, but in the end, a couple bullets will still kill you. So don't think you're invincible just because you have all these awesome perks. There's rigs that'll allow you to shoot a weapon or ricochet the weapon all across the walls, rigs that let you go into a beast mode and just tear up enemies, and then other rigs that let you use passive abilities to give you a bigger combat score so you can get kill streaks. Kill streaks are still a thing and they still do the same thing. They take a little bit more to build up. UAV takes 4 kills instead of 3 kills, usually, depending on what game mode you play. So there's that. Okay, that's multiplayer. Multiplayer controls like a dream. I've had very few problems with it. There's been times where my multiplayer experience has lagged, but I think that's because it has to process in a lot of data and I don't have the best of internet connection. I have something like, 20 to 30 download and 10 upload, 13 upload, but there have been times where it's just very rough because there's a lot of information to process. But I haven't been disconnected a lot. It's a lot better than 360 and PS3 days. As far as sound, there's some glitches out there with sounds for certain users, but it sounds good. Music is fitting, sound effects are fitting, perfectly fine. Visuals are awe-inspiring once again. And for zombies, I don't really play zombies. I don't know much about it, but I'm going to defer to my friend who he said Spaceland was amazingly huge. It's massive, and that he really enjoyed zombies. He thinks it's cool, it's fun, but he didn't really know what to do right at the start, as with all zombies. So if you're into zombies, you'll probably have to look up a couple tutorials, figure out what to do in Spaceland to survive for massively long rounds. It'll take you hours for sure, because just getting past round 5 might take you 10 minutes or so, depending on your speed and depending on what you're doing. So, what do I think about Infinite Warfare? Should you purchase it? Well, if you're going to play the campaign alone, you're probably overpaying if you're going to pay $80. But if you're doing it and you're going to play Modern Warfare Remastered, that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, you're buying 5 separate games. You're buying Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare's campaign, that's 2. You're buying Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered's multiplayer, that's 2 more, and you're buying zombies. So there you go, you have 5 games. Do you think 5 games are worth $60 to $80? That's really on you, depending on how much you pay for both of them. Personally, I would say it was worth the money just because the fact that the campaign was broken up in such a way that it was different. And yes, there are times where I haven't personally enjoyed the campaign that much. There were times where I didn't enjoy the multiplayer that much. But through the ups and downs, I think it is worth getting if you're going to play every mode. Even if I don't play zombies that much, I'm only missing out on 1 game mode out of the 5 that I got with both of the games. I have I've currently prestiged both the multiplayers, beaten both of the campaigns, and I really had a great time with it. So, what are your thoughts and opinions on Infinite Warfare? Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you picked it up or if you enjoyed this review and it helped you purchase Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. I would really appreciate if you could share this with everyone because my reviews don't get as many views as other things on my channel, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming and God bless. Thanks for watching.